The Arctic is a region of extremes. It is a place of breathtaking beauty, with towering glaciers and vast icy plains. It is home to a remarkable array of wildlife, from polar bears to narwhals. But the Arctic is also a region undergoing rapid and profound change. Temperatures are rising at twice the rate of the global average. The ice caps are melting, opening up new shipping routes and access to previously untapped resources. These changes have profound implications for the region and the world. The year 2050 looms large in any discussion of the Arctic's future. By then, the Arctic Ocean is projected to be largely ice-free during the summer months. This will have far-reaching consequences for everything from global weather patterns to the livelihoods of indigenous communities. Understanding the potential trajectories of change in the Arctic is crucial for navigating the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. The Arctic is not merely a remote and isolated region, it is intricately connected to the rest of the planet. What happens in the Arctic has ripple effects that are felt globally. As the Arctic warms, sea levels rise, threatening coastal communities worldwide. Changes in Arctic ice cover can disrupt ocean currents and weather patterns, leading to more extreme weather events. The fate of the Arctic is intertwined with our own. Understanding the potential futures of the Arctic is not merely an academic exercise. It is a matter of urgent global importance. The choices we make today will determine the course of the Arctic's future and, by extension, our own. To grapple with the complexities of the Arctic's future, researchers have developed a series of scenarios that explore different possible pathways for the region. These scenarios are not predictions but rather tools for thinking about the potential consequences of different choices and actions. They serve as a framework for understanding the uncertainties and possibilities that lie ahead. One scenario, dubbed the Age of Discovery, envisions a future where technological innovation outpaces institutional development. In this scenario, the Arctic becomes a free-for-all for resource extraction, with corporations and nations rushing to exploit the region's newly accessible wealth. Driven by short-term economic gain, environmental regulations are weak or non-existent, leading to widespread environmental degradation. In contrast, the Renaissance scenario paints a more optimistic picture. Here, international cooperation thrives, and a strong institutional framework is in place to manage the Arctic's resources sustainably. Technological advancements are harnessed for the common good, leading to economic prosperity and environmental protection. The Arctic becomes a hub for scientific research and innovation, attracting talent and investment from around the world. The Dark Ages scenario presents a bleak vision of the future. In this scenario, a lack of cooperation and foresight leads to conflict and instability. Technological development stagnates and the Arctic becomes increasingly isolated and impoverished. Resource depletion and environmental degradation further exacerbate the region's woes, leaving it a shadow of its former self. Finally, the Romanticism scenario imagines a future where environmental concerns take center stage. In this scenario, resource extraction is strictly limited, and the focus shifts towards conservation and preservation. The Arctic becomes a haven for ecotourism and scientific research, but economic development is limited. Indigenous communities play a central role in shaping the region's future, their traditional knowledge and values guiding decision-making. These four scenarios highlight the range of possible futures for the Arctic, but they are by no means exhaustive. The actual trajectory of the region will be shaped by a complex interplay of factors, including climate change, geopolitical competition, and technological advancements. Climate change is arguably the most significant driver of change in the Arctic. As temperatures rise and ice melts, access to the region's resources becomes easier, but so too do the risks of environmental damage. Melting permafrost releases methane, a potent greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere, further accelerating climate change. These changes have profound implications for the region's ecosystems and the people who depend on them. Geopolitical competition is another major factor shaping the Arctic's future. As the ice recedes, new shipping routes open up, potentially shortening transit times between Asia, Europe, and North America. The Arctic's vast reserves of oil, gas, and minerals also hold significant economic potential, making the region increasingly attractive to resource-hungry nations. The potential for conflict over these resources is high, particularly as the existing international legal framework for the Arctic is outdated and inadequate. Technological advancements also play a crucial role in shaping the Arctic's future. New technologies such as ice-breaking ships and advanced drilling techniques are making it easier and more cost-effective to exploit the region's resources. At the same time, technological innovations in renewable energy and sustainable development offer the potential to mitigate the negative impacts of climate change and resource extraction. The Arctic is at a crossroads. The choices we make today will determine the course of the region's future for generations to come. To navigate the uncertain waters ahead, we need a clear-eyed understanding of the challenges and opportunities that lie before us. First and foremost, we must address the root cause of climate change. Reducing greenhouse gas emissions is essential to slowing the pace of warming in the Arctic and mitigating its most severe impacts. This requires a global effort, with all nations working together to transition to a low-carbon economy. Strengthening international cooperation is also crucial. The Arctic is a shared resource, and its future should be determined through dialogue and collaboration, not competition and conflict. A robust international legal framework is needed to manage the region's resources sustainably and prevent disputes from escalating. Investing in scientific research is essential for understanding the complex changes taking place in the Arctic and developing solutions to the challenges they pose. We need more research on everything from the impacts of climate change on Arctic ecosystems to the potential for renewable energy development in the region. Finally, we must listen to the voices of indigenous communities. Indigenous peoples have lived in the Arctic for millennia and have a deep understanding of the region's delicate balance. Their traditional knowledge and values are invaluable for shaping a sustainable future for the Arctic. The Arctic's future is uncertain, but one thing is clear. The choices we make today will have profound consequences. By working together, we can ensure that the Arctic remains a place of wonder, beauty, and opportunity for generations to come.